Game is ready. We're going to jump in the final game of the Dragon Cup. The one to decide it for regionals. Crowan, for the final time today, we're jumping in with Aesah. Going to be grabbing a bow off the carousel.
Yes, we are into the final game of the Dragon Cup. Aesah played Seraphine Graves last game. I believe he was the only player to play Seraphine Graves in the last game. A lot of Deja players because it was that Duelist Mirage, but Casanova, would you look at this?
I'm blessing it today.
On 1-2 every time, it feels like. Today is just the Olaf day. I think it was Liltop playing Olaf last game who a little bottomed out in 8th, unfortunately.
Yeah, it feels like I'm blessing and cursing because like I'm blessing people getting 2 on Olafs, but it seems like a lot of the Olaf spots have been kind of cursed. And I don't we haven't been able to see the full game, but I'm gonna go back and watch some of these Olaf games because I've been like championing this comp if you get it on 2-1, and it's just not been performing always, right? We've seen some good Olaf placements as well, but it's just not always been the top.
That is true. Also, I do want to say I'm kind of feeling this lobby being a prismatic lobby, Cass. What about you?
Well, I did say that we were getting a triple prismatic lobby for the final game, like as a meme, but you know, we haven't gotten a prismatic lobby in a minute here, so it might be due for Mordog turning on all the levers and just sending us a couple of prismatics.
I'm down. I'm feeling it. God, I want it to be a prismatic so bad. Please, prismatic lobbies just turn the game on its head, make the power levels of these boards so hype. Aesah keeping the Olaf.
Oh,
it's a prismatic.
Yes! Oh, we've got the 2-1 prismatic. Nice edge with an Olaf is certainly a way to play.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Binary as an option early on can be very good because you can just play around it the entire game, and that's going to be the pick from Aesah. I mean, I like when you can pick binary on 2-1, I think it's just a hell of a lot better because of the fact that just the rest of the game, you're planning around playing 2 items on a couple different carries.
Yeah, you can already make a lot of great value on this starting after the stage 2 carousel. Going to be able to slam an item in a half right now to get 1 completed item if Aesah chooses to, which I believe will. Yep, there we go. Shojin and a bow on the Ezreal. Level up is the augment picked by degree. Can't wait to see what everybody has, because that's going to mean the power levels again of these boards are going to be so strong. The cap is going to be insane. Aesah does slam a Shiv as well though, so it's not going to get the full value out of the 2 items granted after the carousel from binary. We'll get it a bit later after the Krugs though. Just wants to make sure you win these first rounds, and yes, the Shiv certainly helped win that round versus degree. Yeah,
it could have made a difference, right? He slammed it pretty early on. A little bit worried that fight was going to be close. It was a close fight. So being able to find that victory, and Aesah going to try and get that win streak continuing to roll. But as you said, it is going to come at a cost of not being able to get more binary value off of this carousel.
Oh, Living Forge. I love this one. You get multiple foreign artifacts throughout the game. Next one's going to be 10 rounds later, or 10 player combats later in specific. Zonia's to start. Runans and Sword on the Nidalee. Nidalee is a great early game item carrier. Prestivent. And in prismatic lobbies, playing a full open fort style where you're just playing 3 astrals and making econ is great, but you're going to get punished a lot harder than in lobbies with silver or gold tier augments, because just the other boards are going to be that much more powerful.
Yeah, it's terrifying, and just having CB as the augment, it is a strong one for sure, having prismatic CB, but not leading in any direction yet, so just econing, playing really open. We've got Liltop with it looks like scoped weapons.
Ooh, yes. And is playing an Olaf, I believe.
It is a best in slot augment for Olaf if you can get it. Kurumx also put this Olaf in at 2-2 with that Living Forge. Potentially just trying to play strongest board. I'm just always curious when we will see those spots come through, just because it has been very hit or miss today. It's either been, you know, like a top 2, top 3 comp, or it's been bottom 2. So it's been very, like, I guess, first or eighth style of play, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is not how I would characterize Olaf, actually. I don't feel like it's
that
first or eighth comp, but it's been that way in this tournament so far.
Yeah. Some thirds as well coming through. But certainly, yeah, if the comp comes through with a bit of a low roll, it's not going to feel very good, especially when people get there, you know, Seraphine Graves online, things like that. We're making a pretty sizable board pivot here. Even choosing to level up to 5 before the stage 2 carousel is going to run into Aesah with that binary airdrop value. Rolls into it Titans here, which is not the best res roll, but certainly not the worst. Aesah might even be strong enough to win this 4v5.
Yeah, it feels like he certainly will be. This Olaf with the Runans is very strong, but it is an Olaf 1 at the end of the day, and just the 2-star early units just being way too powerful. Aesah having that Leona and the Ezreal, and the Hourglass not even going to let Kurumx get that extra kill. He tried really hard to level up to continue that win streak, and it just was not enough, and so that's going to certainly hurt.
Level up just to lose. You hate to see it. Always hate to see it. Vladimir versus Vladimir.
Yeah, and just remember Kurumx playing for that first to have a chance at the top 4. And losing out on that win streak, I think that was like one of those big plays to try and make sure you're snowballing in the early game. You're just not able to get there.
Very true. Generally, full streaking, whether it be win or loss, is a way to propel yourself into a first place kind of situation. Guubums and Aesah, only players still be at 100 HP. Connor is me. Picked Preparation 3 and is bottom of the lobby in HP right now, but Prep is one of those augments that you're not really gonna get the value right now. The board's going to be weak, but once those 4 stacks of Prep comes through, that is a lot of power for those prepared units.
Yeah, Prep, incredibly powerful augment. If Connor is me can execute on this, it can set up to win big. Especially if he can get Prep on, you know, a Seraphine Graves comp or a Xayah comp to pivot to later on. I mean, really, that can be one of the most powerful compositions in a capped board with full Prep. Yeah, that's terrifying.
Guardian Crown is not one of the prismatic augments that we see that much of at all. It gives a Sunfire cape for free, right? That's what's on the Skarner right now, along with that Guardian emblem. Warmogs as well, so it's gonna be alive for a long time. Gets kicked away by Lee Sin though, but man, yeah, Aesah's Ezreal rose into a death cap here. That's a lot better.
Yeah, very tanky, but not tanky enough to survive through the Ezreal, though. Kicked out of the Mystic shot, enough time to cast one more, but not enough to survive the fight versus Aesah, and Aesah just killing streaks left and right.
Liltop now last. Aesah, the only player to be on a streak. Binary, pretty solid. Rom 2. That was the potential. That's a great front line for the early game. Surely Aesah makes it. Just maybe waiting a little bit longer, or considering if he wants to make 20, which still could if he wins and then sells the Yone and the Vlad on the bench, of course. Econ is what these players are going to be playing for. Braum 2 upgrade online, changing his position. Aesah's always switching sides, right to left to right to left in the early game, depending on what all these matchups are. Facing Cris, who has lucky gloves. Apparently Vlad's best items are Ionic and Sunfire.
They're not bad.
And not bad, it's gone.
Vlad. He'd die immediately though. That was a Vlad 1, I think.
It was. Not the best. In fact, getting 5-0'd is Cris in this round. Aesah currently sitting in second place in the standings. Well, tied for first, I suppose, with Guubums playing the tiebreakers. We can have another fantastic tournament. Aesah the past couple sets has been such a phenomenal TFT player to watch. A true treat to kind of pop up almost kind of like out of nowhere, quote unquote, but has really been almost as consistent as can be throughout all this time in the kind of limelight recently in competitive TFT.
Yeah, Aesah has been phenomenal. Absolutely incredible to see his rise, especially coming from, you know, I cast him in the Challenger Series where he was able to pop off there, had an outstanding performance. It's kind of him and Appies coming up at the same time.
True.
Just kind of newer names to the scene, but having some pop-off performances. And since then, Aesah has just been stellar. Every single tournament, streaming, popping off there as well. Just an absolute wonderful member of the community, helping to prep with other top players as well. Everybody has great things to say about Aesah.
Tome drop for Liltop. Running with the Olaf, 5 loss streak, perfect loss, 68 HP. Sure, you might be saying, oh, that's a little low, but it's fine. Because Liltop is a little rich right now. 40 gold, not the most that we've seen, but certainly solid. Now Liltop has to think about what items that he wants to slam. Runans, certainly up for debate.
Yeah, I think Runans is a great Olaf item, especially with the scoped weapons. You can be a little bit greedier about what damage items you're running. You don't have to be as worried about making sure your Olaf is more tanky and staying alive. You can play things like Runans.
Yeah. Liltop waiting for to pop the tome, wanting to get maybe some more synergies online, because then you'll be able to guarantee that you're going to get at least 2 or 3 of the synergies that are are active on the left hand side of the screen there. Scale scoring I think might be some of the best. Sure, warrior is not bad, but scale scoring means that you don't have to play a unit like Braum if you want to go up to 4 scale scoring, which you really do with this composition. Gonna lose yet again, but that is okay. 3 unit loss is not the worst, and able to maintain the streak.
All right, so not the triple prismatic lobby that I was talking about, but we did get one.
Got one. And
Bruiser is an option, or you can go for Guardian, and because you're playing the Braum anyway, and you're tending to not play a Guardian with it, so
that's true.
And then for now, it looks like it's going to be just 4 Guardian with it, but
yeah, I can play. Oh, actually, already is playing the 3rd Guardian with Rakan. Braum to upgrade. Liltop rolling down at 3-2. Screw it, 6 Guardian. Nasus, Zach, throw him in there. We've seen some crazy capped Guardian boards in the past. I'm not sure how good it is quite in this meta. Probably not great. Ooh, Itis already. Determined investor as well. Wow, the Shimmer Skill items is going to net even more binary value. That is fantastic for Aesah, who's still streaking, by the way.
Yeah, still streaking. Looks like that's not going to stop here, because Liltop has not slammed more items. Did roll down all of their gold here on level 6, but not actually finding too many upgrades. And Ezreal is just doing so much work with that Shojin Ionic Spark, not Ionic Sparks, Static Shiv combo.
Yeah, it's a lot. Still the MR Shred. Still gonna be looking to win rounds here, and yeah, Yone scope weapons is good, but not quite good enough. Liltop going on a 54 HP, rolled it all the way down as well, and is not stabilizing with it. That's kind of worrying.
There's an Olaf 2 at least.
There's no love to. Finally got that. Yeah. That's what the roll down wanted to result into, and unfortunately didn't find it until now. Cris running Mage Nomsy. We get to see Mage Nomsy yet again cast. Maybe this will be the game that it pops off. Composition definitely has the potential to get 1st place.
Yeah, it is very strong, Mage Nomsy. Of course, gonna need to find that Nomsy 2 relatively quick, and then they're hoping to eventually get to the Nomsy 3. That can be a 1st place composition for sure. He's at 130 HP, still hasn't lost. He does have the Tiny Titans as well.
That's crazy. I would love to talk to Aesah. If Aesah does win out, get the winner's interview. But we still have many, many rounds until we get to see who's going to be the Dragon Cup champion. Aesah is certainly in a good spot for it, but potential is there for everybody else still, or most of the players at least. Maybe not everybody. Liltop turning loss streak to win streak right now. Finally, after getting that Olaf too.
Yeah, being able to hopefully slam some more items on that Olaf as well and just really get rolling with it. I mean, you got great augments. 2nd win, scope weapons. Really, really solid.
Yeah, true. Second win's solid. It's not gonna get like that much value for, say, if Olaf was like in the front lines and taking a little bit of damage and then gets second win value. Pretty safe in the back line there, but still it'll benefit all the front line, leave them alive for longer, allow Olaf more time to do more damage. Olaf's not gonna be in threat to you know, die and gain all that extra AD, but it's still okay. Prestivent. Prestivent's been having quite the tournament. I think, you know, there's all the quote memes of like, oh yeah, P-God, you know, winning set 7 worlds, right? But P-God's kind of been on a tear and improved a lot in the past couple of sets in terms of being a real, you know, TFT competitor. And I think P-God should be on people's radars of, yeah, if P-God tries, if he's on a patch where it clicks, he can do very well, as is evidenced right here, as he's in the top 8 of, you know, the highest premiered TFT tournament that you can get to in NA right now.
Yeah, and prestivent with this nice little pivot here into Whispers out of his Astral early game. It looks like a nice setup for Whispers out the gates. Just needs a bow to get the Ginsu for Aesah. Has a Bloodthirster on Pantheon, and CB3 actually going to be fantastic for this comp because Pantheon really just wants that Omnivamp alongside the defense. So having CB3 to be able to generate the shielding, get more healing alongside everything is actually a very nice prismatic augment to go with Whispers.
Yeah, Celestial Blessing 3 is so good. There's data to back it up as well. It is one of the better ones that you can pick up in a very, very nice spot. Still does not have the Zyra, but didn't roll down that much. Still is level 7, 40 gold on 3-6. A very comfortable spot to be at, especially because he's decently strong. 62 HP is not the worst. Is going to TG onto the Siphon. Get some okay items. A Zephyr, whatever, right? But Hodge is also going to be good. Quite a little bit of synergy with that CB once again.
Going up against Liltop. Let's see if there's been items slammed. None on Olaf still, but we got a Ginsu on Yone.
Yeah, Yone is a fantastic secondary carry if you get scoped weapons online. Him just being back there, I mean, look at the damage ramping up. Wish we could see the numbers on it, because it's probably going to do more than the Olaf with all these Rage Blade sacks. Is enough to win the fight, though.
It's a lot of Rage Blade stacks, and there's still a little bit of time because that Braum is real beefy in the front line. Silas still alive. It should be a 1 round for Liltop, but there is overtime. Yeah, it's definitely... There we go.
89 stacks on the Rage Blade. 89 auto attacks. For Yone to cut the entire board down. Degree level up augment is already level 8, 52 gold. Crazy. Level up augment's so good.
Yeah, and Degree, one of the players needing that top 4 in order to make it to regionals.
True.
Looking to make sure that they top 4 this lobby. They're in 3rd place right now. They have a chance to win the whole thing. They're also just in the best position to top 4 out of the players that need it. They started this with 36 points. They've got level up. They've got a good amount of HP. Already level 8 with a lot of gold. This is a nice position for Degree to try and just top 4 and lock in that spot at regionals.
Talking about the players who need this victory, the pressure is on, Cass. You and I both know the high pressure situations of being in a tournament setting, knowing that this game could be my last. It could send me to the next stage, or I could just go home, right? And you don't know when next you're going to be able to compete. You don't know if you're going to be here again. Degree certainly feeling the pressure. Hopefully not getting to him. Hopefully keeping it cool. Not over-rolling. Not being too greedy. Looks like Degree's still in a good spot. They're not relatively strong in terms of the board power right now, but when they go to level 9, which they're going to do here soon because they have 70 gold in the bank, their board is going to massively spike. Degree is in position right now to have a super capped endgame Dragon Legendary board that is lobby winning. We have the data to back that up.
Yeah, there's another comp that has some data to back it up on winning lobbies as well, and Kurumx is trying to move towards it with that Graves. Going for the Graves Seraphine, and Kurumx needing a first if he's going to have a chance to top 4 today.
Yeah. Kurumx has prep 1. How much is he going to be able to prep? Does have that Graves 2 already, but can see the third augment choices come through. It is going to be a gold augment. Another thrill picked for a degree. Level 9, rolling it down. Jace 2 Aoshin. That's going to go in instantaneously over the Lux. Where else does this board go?
What else can he find, Grun? What other big things do we want right now? I know this is going to be a dragon board.
Yeah, so dragons, right? Where's the Itis? Where's the Shyvana? Where's the Terra? Things like that. But Degree has to ask himself, how much do you roll? When are you stable? And right now with Aoshin 1, the potential to be stable is there. Depends on what matchups he's running into. The Jace 2 is solid. The Aoshin 1 is okay.
Good items at the very least for that Aoshin 1. Having the Archangels, the Shojin.
60 extra AP when that Aoshin casts. The rain comes through. It doesn't kill that many units, but that second cast, if he can get there...
And he might not. It's disarmed. Not going to be generating as much. Going to start the cast, but not going to finish it. Or you're going to take a lot of damage here, going down to 40, but still has a good amount of gold at level 9. Try and find the rest of this board.
Connor, another one of the players, really needs this game to go well. Connor sitting in 6th currently, but with a good placement could break into that top 4. Connor has had such good games on the day. Started the day with double firsts, finds Seraphine 2. That is fantastic. Still on Pantheon 1. But preparation value is here from prep 3. On most of the units, Graves only prepped a singular time.
Graves, the key unit that is missing the prep. But if Connor can live long enough, he might be able to find a couple times to bring him out on creep rounds. Be able to get at least 1 or 2 more preps on this Graves. Because that Seraphine 2 with the Morellos, the Graves with some great items on it, it might be enough to just keep rolling. But Liltop, this board way stronger. It's punching above its weight class with no items on the Olaf, and it's just kind of a Yone carry. It's getting it done though, taking down the Graves. Looks like with that many Ginsu stacks, it's actually going to be able to win this fight.
Wow.
Connor in a lot of trouble.
Definitely. I think that's a very accurate statement. Punching above the weight class and that Yone taking out, you know, a whole entire strong boards, right? Seraphine Graves, it has been a terror today. Even yesterday as well. Just this whole weekend of competition. But Yone 2 with just Rageblade, Quicksilver. I guess Scoped Weapons 3, right? That's going to be a big one there.
It's the power of Scoped Weapons 3, right? It's the power of this Prismatic Scoped Weapons to allow that comp to beat a Seraphine Graves comp. Like, there is no world that a not scoped weapons Olaf board like that with no items on Olaf and even those items on a Yone is ever beating that Graves Seraphine board unless it's got that scoped weapons. It's got that range to be able to have the positioning, not get the carries taken out by Graves early on.
Excuse me, Scope Weapons 2. Scope Weapons gold version is Scope Weapons 1, so yeah. But Guubums leveling to 8. Yeah, there's no silver one. That might be
2 for Degree.
Oh, that's
popped
huge.
Up on the side.
Go so 4 Guardians running that Itis frontline has not hit any dragon pairs or really many pairs at all besides that Zaya, in fact. Double uplink.
That's a lot of mana regeneration coming through. Me helping this Varus get a lot more CC out, which is going to be helpful.
As Yone is launching it.
He's going crazy.
Off. He is going crazy. 72 stacks. Liltop is stabilized. We were worried about Liltop, but now they're 54 HP on a streak. Scope Weapons is good and for a reason, but we got to start worrying about the players in the bottom of the lobby cast. Kurumx 13 HP, Connor 16 HP, just a couple more rounds and they might be out of here.
Yeah, Guubums looking like they're trying to pivot into an Aurelion Soul for now. Aurelion Soul, a great user of this double uplink. That mana regeneration rolling.
This board's looking a little mismatched. not really a lot of great stuff going on here. Only 2 stacks onto the Determined Investor as well. Like, Guubums still has a long way to go with this board.
It's surprising that he hasn't been able to get the stacks. I don't know if he's just not swapping it around, or if he's just winning rounds throughout. I mean, he's lost the last 2 rounds. I guess he just must have not had Shimmer in.
Yeah, probably just found the Itis recently, I would imagine.
Must have been another board that had the Itis in earlier. I thought it was Guubums for some reason, but it must have been someone else.
Probably. Aesah cleans up the board. Guubums takes a pretty big loss, and so does Kurumx.
Kurum's gone.
Who's out in 8th.
Okay, so we got another statistic at what before we started this round. Not so much stats, but it was players on the bubble of qualifier points, right? Because we've been talking about these 4 players that need to spike this tournament. Well, what that means is they don't have enough qualifier points to make it in via qualifier points. So if they don't make it in, if they get in, it bumps someone else out in qualifier points. And Kurumx not making top 4. He's still in with qualifier points. He's doing great. That means Iniko not in via qualifier points. So at the bottom, needed 4 of 4 of prestivent, Guubums, Aesah, and Kurumx to make it in.
That's true.
Kurumx falling. We know he's not top 4ing this entire, day. He was already at the bottom. He was already in 8th, and he takes another 8th.
Yeah. The next players to look for that, in terms of making it via qualifier points, are Solus, Dace, and Kurumx, actually. 3 out of those players you just named, prestivent, Guubums, Aesah, and Kurumx. Needs top 4 for Solus to make it, 2 out of 4 for Dace, and 1 out of 4 for Kurumx.
Yep, looking very likely for Kurumx, of course, with Aesah at the top of the table.
Oh yeah. Almost a guaranteed lock, I would say, at this point, but maybe I shouldn't say that.
It should be. But Degree, looking at this board, kind of a recheck-in as we see him fighting up against Liltop, does have that 2-star. Aesah has a Shyvana, but no other 2-stars, really.
Look at this Aesah, look at it go. So much damage, every single lightning bolt there, just deleting units left and right. The second cast will clean up the rest. 120 extra AP now in the Archangels. Yeah, look at it go.
Yep, gonna snap that win streak from Liltop. The Liltop approaching an Olaf 3 with still, I believe, no items on that Olaf.
Needs 2 more, I believe. At a 7. Yeah. And if you're not keen, you can do the math of 7 plus 2 is 9.
All right, Connor has a really strong prepped Whispers board, has on that 3-win streak. Looking for a Pantheon 2. Would be a really nice addition to this.
Where is it?
Not quite gonna find it just yet. Degrees in their pool, but does dodge them. Gonna play a Whispers board that is prestivent. Has come online, found the Zyra, great items for her as well.
Yeah. Fantastic items. Rageblade and Runaan's are the key units there, but this is such a powerful Graves, BT, Titans, and Edge of Night. Oh, it actually with the dash dodges the Zyra stun. Oh, heals up. Wait a minute.
Not quite enough, but does save some HP for Connor. Taking down a couple of extra units, but still a rough spot for Connor, as meaning 6th place needs this to be a top 4 in order to top 4 the day, top 4 the Dragon Cup, and make it the regionals. But 7 HP remaining is making that run look like it could come to an end. And same for Cris, with only 11 health, in 4th place overall, but taking a 6th is probably not going to do it. It's not going to cut it. Cris really, really needing to hold on a little bit longer.
How far can the momentum go? Chris's last 4 games were 1-1-3-1. Has been having an absolutely dominant day, minus the little bit of bottom 4ing in the first couple of games. Nomsy, Giant Slayer, Shojin, and Hodge. Can the cast be enough? It is 5 Mage Nomsy. Goes up against Liltop's Warriors, though, with the scope weapons in the backline.
Yeah, it's doing so much damage, however, and it looks like it might have been enough because the main carry was taken down by the Siphon before the Siphon died itself. Liltop gonna lose again. Cris holding on. Guubums falling very low after an early win streaking start with high HP, has kind of been plummeting since then.
Wow. Aesah and Guubums, the players who are on top, leading by 3 points into this lobby. Guubums could go out soon. Aesah, still with that tiny Titans especially, has a very, very healthy lead. We're starting to worry for the rest of the players. Degree, though, still win streaking. Degree, a player who will have a huge sigh of relief if they're able to make top 4 and qualify for the regional finals. They are one of the players who are not looking like they're going to make it from qualifier points. So they need this top 4. Shyvana, Aoshin 2, Yasuo right now. They're level 9, could go level 10 with level up, but want to make sure their board is stable enough first, and I think that is the right call here. They are strong, and now they're getting even stronger, which each roll coming through. Yasuo 2. Is that enough to keep the streak moving?
I think it might, and can keep the gold, the win streak, 6 win streak, 40 gold. Try to move to that level 10. Yasuo going to be able to get the knockups immediately, but this is a strong board they're going up against. Connor has completely, rolled it down. He spent everything on level 7 to try and make this board strong enough with the Grave Seraphine, but that is a 2-star Aoshin doing a lot of damage.
Wow.
Not quite enough. Connor holding on, maybe can move this up to a 6th, maybe move this up to a 5th, but he might need even more than that as Cris is down in 7th. And that's probably not going to cut it, even though he started in 4th place before this lobby, before this game.
Yeah, no. Was tied with prestivent, so prestivent still being alive on a win streak now. Same with Degree, Aesah, and Guubums. Cris is out of the top 4.
Cris and Kurumx out. They're not going to be going to regionals off of this. Kurumx should be in on points. Cris, likely not. Now, Guubums next on the chopping block, 4 HP. Liltop also potentially there. Connor or Liltop probably going out here.
Who's it going to be? Here's Seraphine versus the Scope Weapons Yone Olaf.
Olaf on only a Ginsu, and the Olaf 3 was not hit.
Not yet, at least. Can he hold on for it? Edge of Night already procced onto the Graves. Graves is now into the backline.
Yeah, he's taking out the Olaf, his next target ahead of him. He's on the Yone, and he's gonna do enough, it seems like, but no. Yone takes him down, but Seraphine is still there. Liltop gonna take the hit, but does survive on 2. He killed enough as Guubums goes down in 6th. Liltop and Connor holding on to this top 5, this top 4. Trying to get that spot at regionals.
Oh, it's so close. Really a game of inches. Aesah well ahead of the pack. Pre-leveling to level 9 is going to have over 70 gold to roll with. Aesah looking prime for yet another tournament win to add to his collection. Can he close it out? Or can prestivent or Degree stop him? Or even a Liltop or Connerisme insane comeback?
Aesah with that 3-point lead initially has almost already done enough to secure a 1st place here. He's top 4 guaranteed at this point. He's going to regionals off of this if he wasn't already off points. But Aesah is popping off. He needs that top 3 to lock it in.
Binary value. It's giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free items. Aesah showing the world how to play this augment to its highest effectiveness. It's so good. Will he be taking out Connor here in this round, Cass?
The fact that he hit that Aoshin 2 makes me think he will. Does so much damage. The Graves has stayed alive through the first cast, but it looks like a second one is in store for Aesah as the Bard freezes up the Graves to tee it up. And the Aoshin is going to rain down the lightning, taking out Connor, potentially dashing his chances of making it to regionals.
Oh boy. Aesah Hits a Terra 2. It's a Rakan 2 if he wants it.
Yeah, and with that, Aesah has secured first place in the Dragon Cup. Aesah has won the Dragon Cup, and now it's about those regional invites, right? It's about that top 4 for the rest of these players. Degree, have they done enough here? Do they need to secure a second place? Is top 4 good enough? Liltop, is top 4 good enough? Two players that needed to top 4 this event to get into regionals because they did not have the points.
Degree coming into this game in 3rd, looking pretty solid. Liltop, though, was 7th coming into this game. Liltop, I don't know if he can do it. Aesah does take a hit in this round. It's gonna be Liltop versus prestivent in the other round.
Liltop wins. Takes out prestivent.
Wow. Prestivent was 5th coming into this. I don't know if that's enough for prestivent.
Yeah, is the top 4 enough to hang on with all the players dropping before them? But with Liltop and Degree, these two fighting for placements.
And level 10. Shyvana 2, Yasuo 2, Aoshin 2. Degree took out Aesah in the last round. Now is fighting Liltop.
Yeah, Degree's done it, right? 3rd place currently. They're guaranteed a top 3. They should be top 4. Degree should have their spot in regionals, and now Liltop, they might need another placement. They might need even more than that. And can this board do it? I'm not convinced.
Still no Olaf 3, still just Yone 2 in the back line, trying to slice his way to victory, but can he slice through all of this legendary power? No! The Yone's down, the Shyvana is breathing on the rest of it. I think we're about to say goodbye to Liltop, Casa.
Now the big question remains is, did Liltop do enough with this scoped weapons board punching well above its weight class throughout this game? Somehow a 2-star Yone carry, bringing it all the way to a top 3 in this prismatic lobby. But was that enough for Liltop? And we'll find out later. We'll find out after this game who's all made it in. Liltop is definitely very close to that, but Degree should have punched their ticket here with that top 2.
Yeah, prestivent, another question mark. Did prestivent do enough? Now we get to see TFT played at its peak. The victory lap for both of these players. Aesah has already won the whole event. Degree has secured a ticket. Both players feeling absolutely phenomenal right now. Now the last couple rounds just for some show. Get to see how these players play TFT so well that they are the best of the best in North America.
Yeah, Aoshin 2 on both sides. Neither getting hit by shrouds here. We'll be up to the CC Bard freezing Degrees first. Now we've got stuns from the Tempest, but the first cast will be on the side of Aesah. Second one starting to come through. Degrees Aoshin survives the cast. Oh, it should be Degree winning this fight.
It is. Yasuo has an IE now as well. Yeah. Aesah takes a big hit. Aesah played this game from so far ahead. But you know, when there's multiple players being able to cap out their boards like this, hey, one of them has to be the loser, right?
Yeah, it's funny though, because it feels like, you know, one of them has to be the loser, but both of them won. Both of them won here, right? Aesah
there are no losers
won the
of these
event.
two.
Degree gets to go to regionals. Both of these players just won. You know, there's not much left for us to do in this game, Crowan. In this game, we have 2 winners. They won the lobby. They did.
That they did. Both of them won, held hands to victory, to the regional finals. Love to see it. Aoshin's pretty good dragon, huh?
Yeah, he's kind of good. Look at him go. Look at that. He's casting some little lightning balls. Pew, 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 pew.
I think that's Aoshin diff, though.
Yeah.
Aesah wins this round and sends Degree to 4 HP. And now we get to just delay the inevitable a little bit longer. Just say hi to the Rift Herald. Chalice for Aesah. Locket for Degree. Both aura items, which I think is fitting, given the fact that while Better Together has been so good this tournament, Neither player here has Better Together. In fact, this game, only Liltop had Better Together, because I guess we only saw one gold augment.
Well, I mean, I guess that's how he was able to bring that comp to a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Definitely Better Together and not the scoped weapons prismatic.
No. It was a Better Together diff. Surely. No, scope weapons is insane. I wonder what the data on Better Together is. Okay, Cass, if you had to guess Better Together, the average placement, what would you guess?
Better Together? That's... Well, there's a lot of games being played on it as well.
That is true.
So I'm going to guess like a 4.2.
That's close. 4.13.
Okay. Because I figured it'd be really good, which like a 4.1, 4.2 is very good.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking with the sample size, we might, get some griefers in there. We get like a 4.2.
Might get a little griefer or two in here. Yeah. Let's see which Ao Shin's gonna be the griefer in this fight.
Well, one is shrouded, so
that's true. So
might be the griefer in this spot. Degree did get shrouded on their Ao Shin. First cast will be Aesah, but if it doesn't hit Degree's Ao Shin, then it doesn't matter anyway. Aesah is gonna start casting. It's not taking out the Ao Shin, so here comes Degrees. It's gonna wipe the board, and Degree we'll take this fight, but I think that means we're locked in here, bro. We're being held hostage by Degree and Aesah as they trade blows back and forth.
All right, this will be the last round, though. Surely, I mean, it will be.
Surely on 7-2 when they both have no HP.
Remake this Rocket 2 can replace the Shroud. Aesah still, even though they've already won, is still just playing perfect team fight tactics. What a beautiful thing to see. I love this game. Swapping the Shroud. Gets to double Shroud as well. Actually can't miss. Actually, I think so, right? Oh, can't miss.
Yep. Able to get it there. But that didn't actually work out for Aesah last time because his Ao Shin is griefing and not killing Degree's Ao Shin. So we'll see this cast. It's only sending a few little lightning bolts out there. It's not quite killing him. So Degree, once again, Degree gonna finish this off with a first place to help just doubly secure their spot in regionals, as they already should have locked that in. Huge congrats to Degree and